Or
Yay! Now it says we're going live, but just give it a second here. Where the hell's Greg?
2, 1. CoCo, go.
All right, the light is green. All right, the light is green.
Press the key to start.
Am I on? Yeah. All right, the light is green. Yep. Okay, we're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. All right, let's kick this off. It's cue intro music.
CoCoTALK After Dark. CoCoTALK After Dark.
That's right. When you can't get enough of old guys talking about old stuff during the day, we do it again at night. Only this time we're on alcohol and medication. Prepare yourself for Retro After Dark. All right, we are here, everybody. It is a jam-packed show. We have all kinds of people. We've got people who have been out here waiting in the live chat like Mark Overholzer and Rob Inman and Jason Downs. We've got with us an international cast. We have the Thunder from Down Under and his neighbor, Nick Marentes and Chad Cunnington. Welcome, guys. G'day.
G'day.
All right, and you guys are actually technically in the future, right? So we are in the United States. We're still on a Saturday night, right? You guys are Sunday afternoon already?
It's Sunday lunchtime.
Yes. All right. We've got with us the resident Apple guy chewing on something there. I don't know if you brought enough for everybody, but Mr. Mark D. Overholzer is with us. Hello, Mark. What is that, a breadstick, or is that one of those coffee things? It's like a crispy thing with chocolate in the middle?
It's a taquito.
It's a taquito. That's my favorite gas station food right there, brother. We've got away from mission control, back down on Earth, Major Tom himself, Mr. Ron Delvo is with us.
Hello, everybody.
We're doing good. We've got looking very sparkly today. Mr. Eric Canales is with us. Hello, Eric.
Hey, how's it going?
Going good. We have with us legendary game designer, star of CoCo Forever, and you name it. Mr. Rick Adams is with us.
Thank you. Thank you. You're too kind.
Yes, thank you. We are very kind here. We've got that guy who made Timberman, who's now making other things. The video game rock star Paul Thayer's with us. Hello, Paul.
Hey guys, how's everybody doing tonight?
We're doing good. And last but certainly not least, special guest of the show today. He's been with us at Tandy Assembly 2 years in a row. He's been with us on the show in the live chat. He's here with us now live in studio. Mr. John Lowry, how are you today, John?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good. Pleasure to have you here. Perry is here now too. From Manitoba, Manitoba's Wild Kingdom. Yeah, so we're here. It's after dark, and it's going to be really hard to follow Greg today. You know, the show that Grant put on. There's no way I could ever really have any hope of having a show that good. But we're just here. It's not a competition by any means, but we're here, and good evening, one and all. How are you guys?
Pretty good.
All right. And so Paul is here, Paul Thayer, and I know you guys were talking about this in the news. Paulie Fiscarelli just joined us. Yo, how you doing? We're doing good, Paulie. Jump on the call there, Paulie. So one of the things you guys talked about in the news today is that Paul Thayer not only released a patch for Timberman, which makes it nighttime when you play as Jason, but he also released the source code. And you want to just share some of that thought process there with this, Paul? What?
Well, I thought that I did it several months ago.
Okay.
And
okay.
I was looking, and I didn't, so I said, oh, crap, I better do that. So
excellent.
I think I was confused of the Timberman source code with the 64-color display source code that I did a couple months ago. So
okay.
That was the thought process behind that, and then the palette swap in Timberman, I was getting frustrated with something else I was developing, so I So I made that change just to kind of get my mind off of things.
Take a break. Yeah.
Yep. That's it.
Yeah. Okay.
Nothing exciting.
Excellent. But you've released a game that you made and a game that you've sold and made available for sale. You've now basically said, listen, if you want the source code, go ahead and grab it.
Yeah,
so that's very cool and very generous of you to do that.
Well, the assets aren't with it, because I didn't think it was fair to anybody who's purchased the game for somebody to be able to download it and compile it and run it. So, but the meat of everything that happens is in that source code, so people can learn.
Oh, okay. So it's more of an educational thing than a build the game for free.
Yeah. Oh,
thing.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. But still, but the fact that you were giving away the source code and, if you're a chef, that's like your secret ingredient, your secret sauce, you know what I mean? So it's like these are trade secrets and a whole 9 yards, but you did it.
I don't feel like they're really trade secrets as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I mean, Simon spent 2 years of his life trying to work with me on learning that stuff. So I figured there's a lot of people getting into trying to learn assembly right now, like more than I feel like there's ever really been in the community.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's any opportunity for them to learn from something that I've done, or maybe even improve upon that, or give me feedback, like somebody downloads that source code and says, hey, this part of this is a mess, you could have done this instead. I mean, it's a great thing for all of us to be able to learn,
Right, because then you kind of get a little bit of a payback yourself just by getting some enlightenment on a way to maybe optimize something, or just looking at something from a different approach or different perspective.
Maybe the next best game for the Color Computer 3 is just waiting to happen, and somebody could need some sort of boot kick in the pants to get started, or some sort of reference material, and I can enjoy some kick-ass game or something. That's another repayment for me too.
Yeah, so. Exactly. Yeah,
no big deal. They can compile it, but it's going to give them a bunch of errors. So good luck to anybody who wants to pirate it.
Okay.
Well, I want to jump in and say that's wonderful.
Thanks, Rick. Well, and also, I mean, part of what inspired that, in addition to the fact that I thought I did it several months ago anyway, was Chet Simpson has got all of his games on the archive, and he's making his new controversial video game, and has decided that he's going to share. And I'm like, well, you know what? And then Jeremy Spiller comes on and gives out Crystal City source code, which going over that was blowing my mind.
Yeah, probably one of the most lightning fast, impressive CoCo 3 games.
Yeah, the crazy thing was learning that he didn't double buffer any of that. It was really interesting. But no, reading the code, I just get completely lost, so I don't even know what's going on in there. But yeah, I mean, for him to do something like that too is really cool. And yeah, so that's when I started checking. I'm like, hey, did I ever release that Timberman source code? Because Simon and I talked about it like probably 7 months ago. Yeah, it turns out I didn't. So there you go.
Well, you did.
Mm-hmm.
You done doed it, and we're thankful for that. So that's cool. Yeah, it is like this is the second coming of assembly. It seems, it's it's like there are more resources and more opportunities and a little bit more buzz and exposure and now resources available to the average civilian to to pick it up and just give it a whirl. So
yeah, and we're not kids that probably don't really maybe didn't understand that back then anymore either. So I think that helps. And I mean, it's way easier now than it ever was before to write a program. At least that's what I think, because I used Edtasm for a little bit, and I said I don't even know how anybody would survive going through this thing. but I'm sure Rick and Nick and a couple other people, that's probably how they started out, But
yeah, and
it's easier now.
Nick still uses it on purpose.
Yeah.
Yep.
I had an Edtasm cartridge and a cassette tape drive.
Yeah, I got it easy.
Yeah, right.
I got a computer that does everything. Then I just put it on a SD card. You know, it's like crazy to think about.
And it looks like you sped up your routine there, Rick, from the first time I saw it, huh?
It is sped up. It is rock solid. I have solved all my problems.
Okay.
Excellent.
I guess the other thing.
It even reads the joystick now.
Excellent. Excellent. Now, have you decided like what resolution and color depth you're going to use and everything now too? Or,
yeah, I think I'm going to have to go to the original resolution. Well, sort of the original resolution of 128 by 96.
Okay.
But $16.
Yes.
So
okay.
we'll try to do that.
And that's what Timberman used, right?
Yep,
Paul?
that's my favorite resolution.
Yeah. No, it looks good. It looks very retro, but you still have 16 colors, so you can definitely put some pizzazz on the screen.
Well, the nice thing is too is in Color Computer 3 it only takes one page, so one 8K page, and it's fast. So.
Oh, so that's like perfect for the MMU block?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. So, Rick, what was that you were just showing us? Is that from OmniStar?
No, actually. I could show you OmniStar, but this is just eventually this is going to be Temple of Ram 2.
Oh,
but I'm just very slowly building up. I'm learning how to do things, more advanced things on a Color Computer 3. I'm doing double buffering, the more advanced way where I'm using the MMU to do it. And I'm doing my own joystick routine and my own keyboard routine. And I've never done that before. I just did ROM calls to do that. So,
and you're writing for a sound chip, huh?
No, I'm not going to write for a sound chip. Let's see.
Just trying to cause trouble.
So, Rick, I have a question for you
right.
regarding the double buffering that you're learning on the Color Computer 3. So in Timberman, I was doing this thing where I was grabbing the page number, like hexadecimal 30, for example. I was logical shifting it twice to make it so you know how the viewport offset in FF9D and 9E work?
Oh, yeah. I just pointed the screen, the vertical offset to one address, and then I just flipped the MMU segments out from under it. So I go, from one segment to the other, and so I always draw at the same address, but it's a different page because the MMU is flips between task 0 and task 1. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah. That's cool.
Away from flipping the screen, basically.
Hey, Scott Haley has joined us in Facebook saying hello.
You
hey,
never
Scott.
change where the vertical offset is?
Right. So I just flip. I go from task 0 to task 1 and back again, and it just changes one segment to a different, absolute memory address. So yeah, I never changed the vertical offset at all. I just swapped the MMU segment out from under it.
Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna have to figure that out myself. That sounds way faster than. The Timberman one was like about 7 or 8, or I don't think it was quite 7, but it was like 4 to 6 instructions, and then I've got that narrowed down to 2 now with this new thing I'm doing. But that sounds better.
If you go to rickadams.org, and then there's a link on there for my GitHub, and take a look at that, and then there's like a program there called, I think it's 6309 example, and take a look at that. That's doing that's the thing that I was showing you previously.
I'm already on my way.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's OmniStar. He's got OmniStar on his screen right now.
Mm-hmm.
That looks cool. I can't wait to try that out, man.
Oh, well, something could be done about that.
We know
I
a
didn't
guy.
know it was available.
Well, it isn't.
Did you say rickadams.com?
Yes. No. rickadams.org.
.org.
Because he's an organism.
He is an.
Yeah.
I was just kidding. Steve, you always beat me to the jokes.
Yeah, this game's kicking my butt right now because I'm not really playing.
That game looked orgasmic.
Example 6309, you said, right?
Yeah,
No, 69.
something like that.
That's a good solution, Rick, because you're not pointing the VDG to another spot in memory, so you don't have those like flicker glitches that occur sometimes.
Right.
Because you're just swapping the memory out. That's a great solution.
Mm-hmm. That's all new to me.
Back in the day, and as a CoCo user, you'd meet someone else, in school or wherever that was a CoCo user, but you had to factor in, that person has color basic. Okay, cool. That person has ETB. Then you had the upgrades, obviously. So kids were on the CoCo 2, another kid had the CoCo 3, so you could only change certain games with them. Now we've got a similar dilemma. One person uses MAME, one uses XRAW, one uses the Mocha emulator. One's got a 6309, one's got original 6809. So you've got to factor all that in, I guess, too, when you're designing a game. How will it perform on real hardware compared to something else? And I think the good thing that Simon is doing, even though he's programming in MAME, he's getting people like Stevie and Paul and other people to test, and Ron, to test his programs so that everyday people can see it and use it. But even just putting it on Facebook, it compresses it so much it's lost in translation. Mm-hmm. So you've got to go on his YouTube channel to see it in its full glory.
Yeah, that's the reason I bought there's probably more than just this reason that I bought a Color Computer 3, but I told my wife I bought it so that I could test things on real hardware. Now I test a lot more than just my games on real hardware.
Right. Well, since you're here too, Paul, we had this discussion maybe last week or something like that, and it kind of was talking about what Nick is doing right now. Nick is doing Gunstar requiring a 6309, and now Chet's game is like, well, I need a 6309, you need 2 megs of memory, and you're going to need a sound chip. Yep. And I know you have tried to say, I'm going to make my games work on a stock CoCo 3 without any extra memory, so it can be as playable to as many people as possible. And I don't think there's a wrong philosophy either way, but I mean, and I certainly admire your desire to do that. But can you see yourself at some point in time saying, listen, I don't want to think with limitations. I just want to be able to think about what I can do, and let me try to do as much as I can? Or have you just not even had to worry about that yet?
If I understand your question correctly,
hey guys,
are you looking for my breaking
level 5.
Oh shoot! Hold on, we got to look at Nick's screen here.
This is like the internet debut.
I wish I had a better
5.
camera to record this. I've got it on pause at the moment. Hang on, I'll just go a bit forward.
Okay.
This is my last life, so if I stuff up, I've stuffed up. I'm just going to have a break. Keep talking for a bit. Oh, okay. Want me to go?
That's up to you. It's up to you.
I'm just trying to de-stress so I can get ready to do this in one life.
I thought that there was some extra lives in there. One, maybe? Maybe
no, I've used them. This is it. This is my last one.
No, I'm saying that you could shoot down in level 5, I thought. But it's been a while since I played. But
shoot down, yeah. If I can just get another extra life along the way. But at the moment, if I die, I die. Okay, here I go.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I can't even remember what it was like.
We'll do it live.
Don't distract him. Don't distract him.
Okay, there's checkpoint.
Okay, there's the zone.
Zone
banner.
5. Ooh, zone 5. In case anybody was curious in what zone they're in. So now we see some cities. Yeah. This is a hybrid of everything. You're running out of fuel there. You're running out of fuel.
I'm out of fuel.
Mayday. Mayday.
Yes. How about that?
How about that?
I got some fuel. It's not going to last. Oh, shit.
There's an extra light.
Where's my next...
Shoot
I
twice.
missed it.
Oh, man.
Oh,
I thought I
Nice.
could just get that fuel there. Far east.
That's awesome.
Ah! Anyway, okay. I'm going to have a bit of a rest and I'll try again.
Awesome job,
Okay.
mate.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess my question to you, Paul, is since you have been number one wanting to stick to a stock CoCo 3, and then number two being able to pull off your current projects without running out of RAM or whatever, what are your thoughts on maybe you one day doing a game with a 6309 or more memory or something like that?
I think, okay, so 512K, that's not out of the question for me. I think I'm already gonna go there.
Yeah.
I think when the day comes that I can't do what I want to do at the speed that I want it done, I will look into it.
Okay, so it hasn't been a barrier for you yet.
No, not yet. No barrier, and I don't necessarily want to invest the money in my CoCo 3 to get the 6309 upgrade. It's not a whole lot of money.
Right.
But I have other things I want to spend it on right now. And so
Sure.
when I reach that barrier, I think I'm going to dive in. Because there's a lot of things that are really cool about the 6309 that I've been looking at and like, oh man, if I could do that, it would make this part of what I do so much easier. But at the same time, I haven't found that barrier yet. So, and it's not even necessarily always about the market either, because I mean, so many people are getting the upgrades and doing the stuff, and you got emulators that can do the 2 meg and do RGB and all that and emulate 6309 over 6809. So it's more or less about my test station only has 6809.
Right. So your hardware is where it is, and you have no short-term plans to change that. But yeah, so the other benefit though is if you develop for the lowest common denominator, you have the widest potential marketplace too.
That is true, and
Yeah.
but that's not a huge deal to me anymore.
Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
I'm interested to see what will happen with Buff Commando, which will be the third project that I'll be working. That one's going to be pretty hardware intensive as far as sound and graphics and speed go. So I'm interested to see if that's the one that will push me over the edge.
Okay.
But so far with what I've tested in it, we're good to go. But I haven't tested we're going to have 3-channel sound effects with 1-channel music. And I haven't been able to test that yet with the screen splits and everything else that were planned for that video game. So,
Okay. Cool.
but everything else so far, as far as rendering all the tiles and the characters, like rendering the graphics is going pretty fast. And I don't even shoot for 60 frames per second anymore because that is just so ridiculously fast.
Right.
30 will be fine.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I was glad to hear it from your perspective too. All right, I got to mute you guys for a second. I got to talk to my daughter. Talk amongst yourselves.
He's not even going to give us a topic before he leaves.
Okay, pick a topic. We all pick a topic, and then we agree on what we talk about.
He'll be back by the time that happens.
Yeah.
Anybody got anything they want to talk about?
Yes.
CoCo?
Yes.
Hey,
I can't
hey, Paul.
for the remake of Double Dragon on the CoCo 3.
Somebody called my name. Who was that, Rick?
That was me. Yeah. Can you? Are you on Discord? The Discord that we use?
I think I just found it the other day, actually,
Oh, okay.
because I'm not on Discord very often.
Right. Well, we'll save time. Webmaster@rickadams.org. Can you send some mail to there
Webmaster?
so I can get a? Yeah, webmaster@rickadams.org. Just send me some mail.
Send you some ale? All right.
Well, that too. That sounds great, actually.
I will send you some email right now.
Okay.
How's that? Chad, you were asking
We'll
about
send you something later.
Double Dragon.
Yeah, I put a post up about what people would like to see remade for the CoCo 3, and I thought, I'm seeing all these really good posts and games, and I was thinking, what else is there? And on Double Dragon, to see that on a CoCo 3, that would be awesome.
That'd be really cool.
Might take a lot to do because the animation in that was a lot better than just, your scroll shooter games, with just your sprites going across the screen, your animation. But because you'd obviously have to have multi-directional animation there, but it would be awesome.
Yeah, they have eight directions, I think. Yeah, it's just a lot of art, I think.
Yeah.
Who the hell's sharing a screen right now? Oh, Richard.
Richard,
What the hell are you doing, Richard?
Yeah,
People sleeping.
Jenna Fearon, I think her name is, who just joined the
Yeah.
group not too long ago. I think she did a lot of video game art, right, for her career. I think teaming up with her to do a lot of like the character design and tile set to kind of get the world together. But I think Double Dragon could definitely be done. I know in the game I was talking about just a few seconds ago, the Buff Commando game that I have kind of in the works. So in between some levels, like I kind of wanted to do some mini game type stuff in there. And there's going to be, I don't even know what you call it, like a segment that's called Buff Commando Goes to the Gym. And basically you're just going to be trying to walk from your house to the gym on the street, and it's going to be like Double Dragon gameplay.
Oh,
and
awesome.
That would be like a transition from like, level 2 to level 3 type of thing. Kind of like Contra did the side scroll thing.
Uh-huh. So
And
like
then
a mini game between levels.
Yeah.
So, basically, it's a case of roid rage. He's out in the street and people are pissing him off, and he's like, "Get over here and let me beat the crap out of you."
Yeah, exactly. So that was the plan with that. That was the Double Dragon-esque portion of it, where you were gonna not have your gun, you'll be carrying your gym bag, and you're gonna just punch and kick your way to the gym while guys try to stop you from getting there. So.
Yeah, I was a member of the computer club in school and the chess club, and there were a couple of teachers that were like, "Oh, those video games are bad. They make kids want to be violent." And I said, "Yeah, I've bashed 3 people already this week."
I didn't live to tell about it, but whatever.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, and if you use a phone book, you don't leave any bruising. So yeah. But and it's one person I was talking to recently go, "Oh, that Fortnite game is crap. Kids are getting addicted to video games. All they want to do is sit around and get fat." I said, "Well, a video game that encourages them to get off their asses and dance is not a bad thing then, is it?"
No.
Nah. And they have them. My kids have them.
And I guess that's the reason we have an obesity epidemic now, is because all the people played Pac-Man in the 80s, right? It's
Yeah.
all about eating.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Curtis Boyle.
Smart ass as always.
Is that Greg getting kissed by a man over there that I just saw?
That's what it looked like.
That's Richard.
Oh, okay.
The old tongue in the ear trick. I get it.
Hi, Curtis.
Hello.
He's putting an earwick in his ear.
I
Putting some in his ear.
actually never make smart-ass comments.
Yeah, I think actually Stevie returns what I say as dumbass comments, but it's
No, mine is smart-ass comments.
So I'm going to see if I can, at least do as good as Jacob has done. So Nick got to level 5 and died. I've never made it past level 3. I've barely made it to level 3, I should say.
I wish I could show my screen, because I can go all the way through.
Go ahead, share your screen.
Point your
Well,
camera.
I want to do it without taking over the whole broadcast.
Well, you would only be in a small window of the screen, so.
All right, let me see. I haven't played it on the emulator though. That's the only thing.
Is there
Okay.
a save game function on Popstar?
Bitch. No, there's just checkpoints. If you shoot the flags, you can save a checkpoint.
Okay, cool.
Which I just missed.
You just got to be good at it.
Yeah. That's the key word right there.
Fight obesity.
Yeah. Ron's the one who made me fat. I got it.
That's right.
Yeah. That argument of video games and violence and video games and, being a bad
Suggestion.
influence, it's been going on as long as video. Like, they thought Space Invaders was
Well,
a
it's been
violent
longer
game.
than that. Every generation has their own evil thing. It was the comics in the 50s with Frederick Wortham, who had managed to get the Comics Code Authority created, which made no difference to juvenile delinquency whatsoever.
Oh, there's also rock and roll music too.
Oh, yeah.
Elvis.
The devil.
Probably country music before that.
Yes, well, with the whole topic of backmasking. If you play a country song backwards, your wife comes home, it starts to rain, and your old dog comes back from the dead.
Yeah.
Your wife comes back? Geez, that sounds depressing.
Oh man, BCC stopped working. Why?
1.4, you're going to get 2.
What are the odds of that?
Get version 2.
That whole backmasking thing was actually created by happy clappy born again Christians. Sadly to say, I was one of those, and I used to get ostracized by my church for listening to secular music. And this one guy used to come up and say, it's the devil's work. It's the devil's work. I said, so why do you sing rock songs in church then? Stop singing rock songs. You got to sing songs that praise God. I said, okay, just play Ho Dead funeral music and relate to no one.
Oh, that's why I had it on 128K.
128K.
I don't know why. Oh, I remember. I was trying to test something with the MMU. It's a long story.
There was a Christian rock group that came out with a song, and basically when you played it backwards, it said, what are you doing playing this record backwards, looking for a subliminal message when you should be reading your Bible and praying? Now go and do that.
Be careful, there are Christians present.
Oh, no, I still believe, but just not.
There it is.
Oh, no.
Top star.
It's a little choppy right now. Holy moly. All right, here we go.
There's VCC in action for you right there.
I'm playing in the keyboard too, so.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
version 2, I think VCC plays this a lot smoother.
It's a viable option.
It's a viable option. Yes.
Where did 2 come from? Who did that one?
I don't remember. It's been around for
I don't
years.
remember. It's like 2.01B or something like
geez,
that.
when did I download this then? If it's been that long.
Yeah, it's. I've got a link to it on amacoconut.com too. I don't remember the exact link. I think it's a GitHub or something, but it's the
Okay.
it's the VCC 2.01B4 something or other. I don't know what the hell it is, but yeah.
Yeah, it's much better.
And that's not even the one that is being currently worked on to support SDL and all that kind of stuff too. That's just the last normal Windows version.
Yeah, the one I have right here, 1.43, doesn't allow like access to my USB joystick, which is a pain in the butt.
I think you're still waiting for the first person to win Popstar, though, all the way through on the Black Beauty.
Good luck.
Well, I'm
Good
playing it
luck.
on a deluxe joystick right now, so I'm using the same
What the heck
joystick
just
that
happened to
Jacob
my-
had.
You're drawing lines on it.
Somehow that happened. I have no idea how, though.
And you got a couple green dots that are stuck, too. Oh,
Yeah, I don't
there
know.
go.
They just came
So-
out of nowhere.
This is a viable alternative to running DOSBox in Jeff Vasasor's CoCo 3 emulator. Suffering succotash. There it is. Mark Overhoser just posted it to github.com VCCE/VCC.
Sorry, I got raging on the game a little.
Raging.
Okay, Paul, I sent you something.
All right, thanks, Rick.
Bill Gates called me and or texted me and said that he was busy today, couldn't make it.
Ah.
Oh man.
Same sort of excuse he gives every time.
Did he bother to say I'll make a donation to some charity if you?
Yeah, ask him to buy a couple of T-shirts.
Don't tell him to go on sale right away, though.
Yeah, tell him to use his philanthropic powers to become a patron.
All right. Here I was talking about how I'm good at this game.
You're already on a level I haven't made it to very often tonight, so.
Yeah, I've tried playing it on the keyboard controls in VCC, and I just can't do it, and I don't have a joystick here, so.
No, I don't understand. I've done it before.
You should just try downloading the VCC with 2.01 and try it on there. The emulation would be smoother, too.
1.43, the joystick support is broken.
Yeah.
So 2.0 is a viable alternative.
I'm going to keep trying it on here because I am bound and determined to be good at the keyboard, damn it.
You're pretty good on the keyboard.
Yeah, I must say. Must say.
Like I said, I broke it on 1.43.
Is there native keyboard support for this, Nick, or is it only looking for the joystick?
It's looking for a joystick, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I can't play it on the keyboard.
Actually, you don't do too well even using a Deluxe, do you, Nick?
No, I don't.
Deluxe is my joystick of choice for this game.
Yep, me too. And apparently Jacob.
And who are all the people that beat it all the way through level 5? Deluxe joystick users.
Yep.
Well, there's
well
with the white code.
Steve Stroh uses a Deluxe, and he hasn't made it to level 5.
No, I haven't made it to level 3.
What are those things? Spools of thread?
Yes.
Son of bitch.
No, those are tanks of fuel.
Oh, okay.
You blow them up and they somehow fill your tank in your airplane. You know,
I never have figured that out in video games.
Oh, man.
Mind you, it's much harder to play if you reverse that, because if you play Crystal City by Jeremy Spiller, which we mentioned on the show today, that one you have to collect the parachutes with fuel. You can't, if you shoot them, they just blow up and you get nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That makes it harder.
I was just playing that game. I made it to level 5, trying to get to level 6, and I raged on my high score name. Not mentionable around children.
So it's perfect for After Dark, is what you're saying.
So you've still got those lines on your screen. What the heck did those things come from?
What the hell? I don't know. It's like somebody drew on there with a mouse or something. It's really weird. I don't know where that came from.
I'm impressed by your keyboard control, though. Through the
Thanks,
cabins
Nick.
there.
I play a lot of video games.
Yeah. So you're used to the diamond cluster keyboards, I take it.
I don't know if that's true.
They're all
the left and the right and the down are in a line, and then up is above those. I don't know if that's diamond cluster.
Yeah, PC T or whatever it's called.
T, yeah.
You guys got to stop talking to him.
No, it's okay. I can talk and play this. It's just the keyboard.
Just use the keyboard.
I can barely hear that person. Is that happening for everybody else?
Yeah,
Yes.
no.
Give me a red one. Thank you.
No, it wasn't me.
Curtis, I got to Zone 5 before, but didn't quite make it all the way through because I entered Zone 5 with only 1 life left.
Yeah. I know that one time you were watching me play, I think months ago, probably a year or two ago there, where I kept dying on purpose right after getting a free ship, so you could just keep escalating your score before you won.
That's one tactic.
If you're going for points.
If you're going for points.
I got greedy.
All right. I'm doing 2.1. I can't take this keyboard crap anymore.
Wow.
So, Nick, is that other game you were working on and never finished you're showing?
Yeah, Portal, which I abandoned. But, yeah, that's as far as I got on it.
That's cool.
So there's a star background. I don't know if the background's coming up. You can reverse it. You can go the other way. You can spin it.
Yeah, that's good. That's neat.
But yeah, it's
So is that like similar to the Elite games? Are you familiar with what those are? They were like a space simulator.
No, this was probably closest to what's that game, Curtis? In the arcades,
like Tempest or something.
Tempest, yeah. So it's more like Tempest.
When did you start that?
About 10 years ago.
Man, that's cool. I think you should finish.
Was that before or after you started your big 512K Zaxxon project?
Before.
Might be more than 10 years then.
I have got the Zaxxon as well, somewhere here. And actually, now that we've got 2 meg of RAM, it might be possible.
Yeah, you should. And a 6309. There you go. There's your rival project for Chet.
Yeah, that's right. That one would have been a 2 meg thing. I'll see if I can find it just to show the graphics. What do I call it? Fortress. That's right.
Stevie, what was that website you said? Coconut.com?
IMA. Yeah, Mark posted it in the Zoom chat too, but yeah, it's IMACoconut.com. There's a link for emulators, and it's got VCC in it.
Jim Brain said on YouTube,
I didn't.
a channel where bad players strut their lack of capability.
Oh yeah, we're getting trolled.
He's not wrong.
You can get a copy of Popstar from I'm a Coconut too.
I'll ask him how to do it, Steve.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? There we go. After the show today, he went and he played it through straight in 11.5 minutes. Nailed it.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
And he videoed the whole thing, so he's got.
Oh, you did? Wow. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Has he figured out the trick? If you want to get a high score, you just get a free man, and then you die, and then you give a free man, and you die, and you just keep going, so you keep racking your score up. Yeah.
How'd you figure that
out? He's not telling you anything, is he?
Jason Downs is asking, where do I get Popstar? You can also get that from the swag shop, 8bit256.com. Click on software and DVDs, and you can get it there.
Jacob, you should see if you can get all the way through Contras.
What's that one?
I've beaten that about 3 times now. That's
it's a lot harder than Popstar.
Well,
the other one is Xenix. I've never actually seen the planet blow up at the end.
Yeah, me either. I can't get very far in Xenix, like level 15.
Yeah, I think I've gotten to the 3rd boss once, and I can usually get to the 2nd boss, that bumblebee hummingbirdy thing or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
He says he got to level 16 on Xenix the other day.
Wow.
The thing.
Does anybody have Crystal City?
Yeah, I have it.
I have never seen it.
I was trying to beat it today, and I almost made it, but last second, something happened.
I think I've won it once.
Is Nick doing it? Hold on, let's see. Is Nick going to show us his Zaxxon?
Well, I'm trying to remember how it wasn't running, but here we go. Here's some of the graphics that were in the game. So, but it's only the floor. The walls and stuff are, but you can see the ground itself is more detailed than the standard Zaxxon. It's even got along the bottom edge here. It has a rough edge as well.
Yeah,
to give
that's like the arcade.
Yeah.
And there's walls, but I haven't got them in the program. I'll see if I can bring up the graphics in another program I have, but I can't remember how much of the ground. Oh, here we go. Here's some more details. Oh, an airstrip on the ground.
I'm sorry I'm so technologically inept, but I downloaded that new VCC, but how do I attach the floppy disk to it?
You got to go and find
how do you attach a floppy disk in VCC? Is it under...
You have to go to the VCC directory and find the FD501.
Oh, I
check.
Need to
yeah, you can attach the multi-pack too, and then you can add in other cartridges as well as your like hard drive and.
Yeah. What do you have in the cartridge menu?
Right now. Oh dang! I opened up the old one. What do I have in the cartridge menu? Load cart.
You can load the FD controller or the MPI.
You can try to load the MPI. You're gonna have. You may need to browse to the.
I think I know what I need to do. I have to actually find that file that has that. Okay, got it. FD502 DLL. All right, there we go.
Oh.
I'm in business. Thanks, guys.
No charge.
No charge.
This time.
Hey, just one thing. If you install it in program files, you might need to run it as an admin to save the configuration.
Okay.
Not to install it there.
I gotta find Popstar Pilot again.
I could use a real emulator.
You mean MAME? Is
Yeah.
that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
I could. Oh, somebody rerouted the keyboard to be Shift 2 for quotes. Haven't had to do that in a long time.
Yeah, well, yeah. Hold on, Jason. Hold on one second. Jason's asking where to get this. Let me switch over here for a second. All right, Jason, if you can, I'm going to walk you through where to go right now. So if you go to 8bit256.com. All right, so we're going to go here. Then we're going to go to DVDs and software. And then once we go to DVDs and software, it'll say click here to order DVDs. And I actually should put a link. Here, I've got a link right here to Popstar. So if you click on Popstar, this will take you to the next page where it says rotate case or whatever. But maybe I got the wrong link. Son of a bitch. Did I put the wrong link on there? Hold on one second. High flying obstacle course. I need to fix the link, I think. I think this is just a preview. Yeah. All right, thanks for pointing that out, Jason. But so if you go back one, I'm going to fix the link for you in just a second. But instead of clicking on this one here, if you go on the one that says click here to order DVDs. And then from this screen here, okay, so this is the one I need to fix. So I'll fix that here. So if you click on the link that says click here to order DVDs, you'll see a list of different DVDs, and then one of them will say Popstar, and you just put in the quantity, and that's where you can start ordering. So I will
minimum of 100.
Minimum of 100 orders, yeah, because Nick needs his needs his fourth Ferrari.
Yeah, that's right. You know what's funny, Stevie, is all the games you have on there. All the people that made them are on this call.
Yeah, oh, that is funny. Yeah, but I'm going to fix that link right now, though.
I'll take one via Boomerang Express.
Boomerang.
Yeah, it's liable to come back.
Can I share my screen? I think.
Yes, you can, but Jason will have to stop sharing. Paul will have to stop sharing.
No, when he's done.
That's so much.
F1. Pauses.
Keep going.
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah. Finish the game and I'll share. Oh, okay. Here I go.
I screwed something up. I minimized VCC. Now I can't get it back. So I was down anyway, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
All right. No, that's all right. Is it Shift Enter to bring it back?
I don't know. That didn't work.
So. Okay. All right. I'm attempting a share. Okay. Here's some. Well, they're the tiles for the ground on my updated Zaxxon, or Fortress as I called it. There is damn. No, hang on. I'll unshare and just work out how to bring up all the other screens.
Okay. Yeah. And if you refresh that page, that link should now work if you click on Popstar to order it. Do you sell Popstar digitally? So there's a question to get a digital copy of Popstar. What I've actually done in the past is the people who have ordered it and they told me they ordered it, I just emailed them a file. But I don't know how Nick wants to do that. So.
Whatever. Can email, I suppose, but
yeah, you could email Nick directly, just if you want to give him your email address, Nick.
I can email, yeah. Actually, the only thing is, of course, you're not getting the media, the artwork, or anything. It's just email. I think
the extras.
Hey,
Yeah.
or the extras. Yeah, you're right.
Didn't you include like all your older games on there as well on the DVD?
Yeah, his
All
whole
of them.
collection.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
all there. Okay, let's see if I can. Am I sharing? Yeah, I am.
Yeah, we can see it. Excuse me. Way past my bedtime. Fortress. Oh, look at
I'm
that.
out. I'm out, guys. Have a great
that's cool.
After Dark.
All
right,
right, then.
take care, Chad.
See you, Chad.
Family barbecue.
Ah, nice.
Food has priority.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, so there's some of the background objects and walls.
Yeah, that's neat. That's neat. I remember you showing us this a long time ago.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know what this is.
That's cool.
Oh,
I've
yeah,
never seen this.
There's some of the walls that were going to come up.
Yeah.
Nick, how many of these partial projects do you have hanging around?
There's about 3 or 4.
Okay, this one's got like the energy field.
Yeah, this has got the energy fields.
Holy moly. What is going on with my FPS here?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Quite good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fortress.
Yeah. But it was going to consume a lot of RAM, and 512 wasn't going to be enough.
Well, now maybe you got a 2
Problem
meg project.
solved.
Problem solved.
Like most things, if you wait around long enough, technology catches up.
That's right, yeah. And the reason it took a lot of RAM is that in order to get such a lot of detail scrolling in 3D like that, the engine that was going to be in Fortress was going to generate the entire Fortress from start to end in memory, and then apply a simple compression routine to all the graphics and store the entire compressed Fortress in RAM and effectively play it back. So it was almost like a little mini video player.
Oh,
so
wow.
Yeah, so that's how that way I didn't have to do any processing to generate the graphics. It was just basically playing a video in the background, and then my program was to do the extras like your spaceship and the missiles. But hence it needed more than 512K because that's an awful lot of RAM that's got to scroll past to make a Fortress. I think I worked it out that if I was to do it in a 512, the Fortress would have only been about 5, 6 maybe screens in length, which is way too small. I wanted about 10 to 20 screens per Fortress, so that was going to need more than 512K.
Sounds like 2 meg is your next target.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now that we've got 2 meg, I think I know my next CoCo 3 project.
Right. And what do you think? Since you talk about this being of like basically streaming a video, what do you think about doing like something like what Ed Snyder's done with the CoCo SDC, where you've got these files on the SD card that you can?
Yeah, that could be done as well, I suppose. But
if you think bigger than the floppy, you know. Which is going to be, it's going to get David excited.
He's into big floppies, is he?
Yeah.
Nick, if you can get it in 1 meg, there's going to be there's an extra market there.
Yeah, because anybody who's got the 512 with the Triad can get the.
Yeah, that's right. It could be done maybe in 1 meg. Yeah, it wouldn't need 2 meg.
I'm just saying, you pick up extra market, get all the 2 meg people plus the 1 meg.
There you go. So, who else has joined us now? We have Kevin. I'm not sure who Kevin is. We got Ron, we got Curtis, Diego, Nick's here, Eric's here, David's here, Grant's here. Richard Lorbieski is kind of come and gone. We got background noise, all kinds of stuff going on here.
Hey, Nick, Jason Downs ordered a copy of Popstar Pilot.
Yeah, hey Jason, if you shoot me an email, send an email to ogsteviestro@gmail.com. I'll send you a zip file of Popstar so you can play the game right away while you wait on your digital copy. All right, so is this Paul Thayer back up and running?
Yeah, I decided to take over until somebody else wants to go.
All right, so you're now on VCC.
Level 3. Yeah.
Right.
This is much easier with the joystick.
And you're on level 3, so you're still doing better than I've done.
And
Okay.
then I had to pause the game and screw myself up, but that's all right.
Okay.
Much smoother too.
It is a little smoother.
Honestly, I'm still impressed you're playing an emulator of a 8-bit computer with a screen capture on a modern computer streaming across the internet. And it looks pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Let's see how he does, folks. Now, can you go above that building? He's got an extra life there. Nice. Boom.
Got it just in time. Can I go what? Above it?
Can you go above that building? Or is it even necessary? I don't know.
Yeah, but I like to go underneath so I can shoot that extra life.
Yeah, there you go.
See the jitter, the vertical up and down jitter of the background?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Terrible.
a VCC problem, that.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely. 100%.
Which apparently has been fixed in the, you know how VCC is currently being worked on?
Yeah.
Apparently they fixed it. So
Sorry.
the next version of VCC, that will be okay.
It would be nice having VCC on multi-platforms too.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of on the Mac now, but
Yeah, I can play
using
that
wine.
too. But
I'm playing
Now,
Xenoblade
now,
right
now we're getting trolled by Jim Brain's daughter. She's saying, "Wow, are they streaming a video game? That's so geeky."
That's the girl who has circuit board.
He knows us well.
Yes.
Does she sound like her father?
And she thinks we're going to be insulted by this.
Good shot.
Good shot there.
Especially since tons of kids stream video games every day.
Yeah.
He's doing good.
Yes, he is.
Better
Don't
than
jinx it.
Stevie.
You're close to the zone 4.
Yeah, that's the really hard part. Some really tight spaces in zone 4.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Right spaces in zone 4. Where would that be?
Good. Got the flag. Oh, if you can get that, it'd be good.
Dang it.
Doesn't matter. You just gotta
Yeah, you
make sure
just
you
have to
get...
try to make it through that tunnel.
And just when you thought it was safe.
Yeah, right.
Oh, you're still there. Get the heart if you can. Yes.
Nice.
He's got plenty of lives. He's
Yes,
doing
he
real
does. And there's the checkpoint. Okay.
good. So try get all the
Tokens.
bonus, the tokens rather. Yeah. But yeah, watch out. Yeah, you're doing good. Are you recording this, Steve?
We're streaming it. Yeah, it's going to be
Oh
recorded.
yes. Yeah.
For posterior's sake.
This is it. We could have Achiever number 4 coming up.
No pressure.
No
Yeah, right.
pressure.
Well, Paul's done it before, though, so I think he was the
Oh,
other one
have
we were
you?
trying to remember.
Oh, you're already on the
Elite squad.
Fuel
Yeah.
time. Double fuel.
Good.
Got the checkpoint. Nice.
Okay.
Holy crap, that was stressful.
Now, I don't think BCC is going to show the background very well because it's actually flashing.
It's
meant to be
bouncy.
flashing.
It's kind of cool in this one, but yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not doing the multicolor like the real.
No. But ignore that. Just see how far you can get.
Oh, I don't have as much fuel as I usually do here.
Have you got all the
Nah.
tokens?
I have all. Well, that's how I got here was with all.
Yeah,
of it.
otherwise the game would have
Okay.
ended already.
That's all right that I died there because I have a bunch
Yeah.
of lives and I'd rather start with a lot more fuel, so I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Thank you, game, for killing me. Did me a favor.
That should be Steve's mantra.
Hey, David, you missed it earlier. Chad did his David Ladd impersonation of you playing
Oh, was that Chad? I thought it was Dave.
Oh, I'm much happier breaking stuff.
That's what he said.
Really?
Well,
I don't
did
even
say
start
I
with a
broke
gun?
BCC on version 1.43. That's why the joysticks don't work.
Oh my gosh, really?
Okay. And down they go.
Hold on, I need to take a break for a second.
All right, we can listen to Curtis's keyboard for a while here. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and play a commercial. You guys won't hear the commercials, but I'll go ahead and play a commercial. Give everybody about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and we'll be back.
That's all right.
I'm trying to play Xenix with keyboard, so.
Hello, I'm David Ladd. Thank you for watching CoCoTALK.
I'll try this again when we come back from commercial.
Yeah, take a break, unwind, unstress.
It's so much different with this PC joystick than it is with the deluxe. I normally don't have this hard of a time. I can usually get through in almost one life. There's not enough fuel. There's not enough fuel in the game to get through it with one life, though.
No.
That's okay.
But the fact you can collect plenty of
just the right
lives.
moment and ensure that Tandy won.
You definitely earned this office.
Thank you. Yes, you're too kind.
Oh, I'm much happier breaking stuff. Life has been a dream.
But what if you went back to the wrong moment?
Give me that. How do you even know what that was?
Listen, I don't really care about these blueprints. I just want.
Say, who are you? You want to spy for Commodore or something, are you?
Just move!
Oh.
Hey, hold the elevator! Hold the
Stop right there.
Whoa, no need for guns, no need for guns.
So, Mr. Anders, it seems you have stumbled upon my little secret. There is no point in waiting for security. I think you are about to have an accident.
Okay, no!
CoCo. Forever.
Possibly the best.
Spring-ish 2018.
Who's that?
My fellow Americans, Australians, Canadians, Europeans, and all of you ands, I'm calling on all y'all to help us make the world great again by visiting the Retro Swag Shop at 8bit256.com, where you can get yourself a coffee mug like this with a little cute cartoon character that says, I'm a CoCo nut. You could also get yourself a coffee mug like this with a Color Computer 3 that says, I'm a CoCo nut. You could get yourself a deluxe travel mug like this with the CoCoTALK logo on it. You might even be able to get yourself a DVD like this with over 2 hours of gameplay goodness. It is time for us to rise up and make the world great again by enjoying some quality retro merchandise and CoCo nostalgia. So please visit 8bit256.com and let's make the world great for the color computer. Thank you very much.
CoCoTALK is brought to you in part by Placeblex Dietary Supplement. Placeblex. We think it works, so will you.
It's a Radio Shack Merry Christmas.
This year, I needed to give a real family pleaser.
Honey, please help me with this budget. How about a new game, Dad? Please.
And I found it. Radio Shack's Color Computer 2. On sale for just $99.95. It entertains, educates, manages, it's expandable, and affordable. Now that really pleases me.
The Color Computer 2. Sale priced for Christmas. Only at Radio Shack.
Cube.
All right, we're back, everybody. Sorry, I had you all muted before.
It's okay. Yeah, so he wrote a 3-voice music player for a PicoProd game that I'm currently working on, trying to finish that up, actually. And, yeah. And we took Aaron writes it in a sequencer, and then we output that and then we have a sequencer in us that we wrote in assembly that plays the music back that Aaron wrote for us. Yep. So,
Excellent.
Okay. Have you finished your Jolt Cola?
I'm good, buddy. Let's do it. Let's take Zone 5 out.
And you've seen it here, live on CoCoTALK.
I just hope that I make it to the next heart so that in case I die,
yeah,
I have at least something to go on here. Give me a red balloon. Who made this RNG? I think I caught this once on a cycle that was only doing white balloons. Oh crap! I went the wrong way.
Oh, you went the wrong way.
It's all right. If I have to do it, if I have to do it again, I'll remember next time.
It's not impossible to do.
Oh, I don't know how that balloon didn't hit me.
Wow.
Well, I'll take it.
Section 4.
Yes. Uh-oh.
Holy crap, this is evil.
You're telling me.
There it is. Get it. Yes.
Oh, another one?
And
Thank
another
you very
one,
much.
get it?
I will take that and die.
Oh, wow.
And that was the end there.
And you were almost to the next flag, too. Wow.
No, it's okay. I like where I'm starting right now because I can get a head start on this whole mess.
Go the
Go
right
up
way.
here.
Get that one as well, just to be sure.
Almost grab myself a heart, except for the fact that it's the frame rate on my VCC right now is not quite up to speed. So it's a little laggy, but
Probably the streaming.
I'm having palpitations just watching.
That's what she said.
Okay, survival. You've got enough lives. Just don't worry. I was about to say, don't go for hearts. Survive. You've got 3 of them.
yeah, but you don't understand. I want it.
Yeah, I know.
Just because I'm that
That's what
good,
she
right?
said.
That's Stevie's fatal flaw.
Okay, don't worry about the other one. Just get through it.
Don't tell me how to live my life.
Yeah.
Don't tell me how to live my life.
Yes, good.
Yep.
From the office.
Greed. You succumb to greed.
Yeah.
Really?
You have plenty of
I don't
fuel.
like the way these controls play on this game.
Hey, Nick, I got a question about this development of this game.
Just concentrate. Just concentrate.
Oh, hey, I'm at the end.
Yeah, I know. You're just so close.
Oh, this shit's easy. I got
this part's not bad. Just don't balls it up.
Holy crap, this is evil.
That's it. Yes.
Done, son. Yeah.
Star.
I was going to ask you, once the next generator of balloon starts generating balloon, does the one before it stop?
The generator of balloon.
The balloon generator.
It's yeah. There's only a certain number of balloons that it launches, and yeah, when one generator stops, the next one starts. Yeah, so.
Got it. Okay.
But you've got to be careful because you don't know exactly how many it's meant to be generating. Ta-da! And what does it say?
New high score.
And then... Oh,
I didn't
that's
score very much because I didn't pop a whole lot.
I don't either. I just try to get through it. There we go. We saw it live.
Yes.
It's possible.
Yes.
Evie Stroh. Oh, hang on.
Yeah, be careful with that disk image. Make sure you put it somewhere safe.
Excuse me, Nick.
Yeah.
Do you have video of the end of your most hated game?
Rupert Rhythm? No, I don't.
Because that would be interesting to share.
I must see if I can find it if I put a cheat in to jump levels.
Because I'd love to get a copy of that to share to the page because there's something I want to put up with it.
Oh, okay. I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
What is that, Nick, that you have on your screen right there?
That is Contras, I think.
No, you're talking about my screen. You'll have to minimize yours. I can't see. Oh, okay. That was a beat 'em up. We were talking before
Double
about
Dragon bit.
Double Dragon, yeah. So I had actually started a Double Dragon like program, and this was right after when I did my video digitizer, the DigiScan. I thought I knew a fellow who was a Kiwi guy and he was quite muscular, so I had him one day to do some posing at the shopping centre, and I videotaped him, and then I went home on the CoCo and imported the frames and tried to do the animation for the for this beat 'em up I was doing. So
Wow.
the scenes above are all the individual frames that I digitized,
Yeah.
and then the bit you're seeing at the bottom is just playing through that sequence.
Did you use DigiScan to do that?
Yeah, DigiScan, that's right.
Yeah, that's
DigiScan, and then I touched them up with I think on my Amiga.
I'm sorry, where did the images come from? Like, who?
A real person.
I videotaped them.
You videotaped them?
Of a person, yeah, of a real person.
Oh,
Kind of like Prince of Persia was done.
Yeah,
It's motion capture, yeah.
Rotoscoping.
He actually he paused the video on his VCR and overlaid paper and drew sketches from
Why are we only just learning about this now?
This is when did I do this? Early 90s.
This technique's been around since the 50s. If you watch Disney's Sleeping Beauty,
that's right.
The videotapes we have there, they show how they did it. And they did motion capture on camera, and then basically did the frames. It was fantastic. 1954.
Wow.
I know what else I got here. Room graphics.
This is like the Nick Marentes hidden gems of
yeah, that's
the
cool.
Archive of
This is like the backstage tour of Nick Marentes' studio.
yeah. This is I mean, we've had this is going back, a year or two now, but there was a couple late night Skype calls with Curtis, Nick, and I where he would show us a bunch of his stuff, and this is like shades of some of those old calls where we're looking at blasts from the past.
I've got pictures of what the game was going to be, but it's in CM3 format. I wonder if I have got CoCo Max 3 here somewhere. I wonder if I can bring them up to view them.
Yeah, that reminded me of like back in 2002, I was in this band, and we recorded an album, and in the midst of doing that, I had programmed a fighting game of us, and we went into my basement and we put up a bunch of green poster board, and I just took pictures of them doing different moves in it, and then we made a video game that was on the end of our CD. So
right,
yeah, it was pretty cool. Oh, so that's some of the tiles.
That was some of the tiles, for the background. So you can see I had various pipes just for wall decoration. There was of course doorways and corridors and stuff. So yeah, it had gotten a fair way, but I didn't actually get any coding done. It was just all the graphic design.
So why did you abandon that one?
Fun part.
I don't know. I tend to get sick of something and then come up with other ideas. My motivation changes.
Mm-hmm. I hear you on that.
Yeah, me too.
You're preaching to the ADHD kid.
What's that thing in the bottom right supposed to be? Is that a suitcase?
I just reset it. Probably. I'll just bring it back up. I just hit reset when you when you said it. Room edit, I think it was. Yeah. If I can just go down. Oh, the colors are wrong though.
It looks like a floppy drive.
It's a
where?
It's a briefcase. Yeah, it was a briefcase. So obviously it was.
Go to sleep, David. No floppy drive.
Things that you can collect, I guess. What else have I got on this damn disc? Try to remember what I did.
I don't know, but I want to see it.
What's anim test? Oh, it's that thing you saw before. Yeah.
Animation.
Yeah.
And was that test written in BASIC?
The animation was, yeah.
Yeah, so that's just like going through and doing a get and put of the different
it was
areas.
just get put,
So obviously that could be a heck of a lot faster if you did it in assembly too. So that was really just kind of like a
Well,
proof of concept, right? So.
Yeah. So, well, once the whole game's in, it wouldn't be done in BASIC anymore.
Uh-huh.
I test a lot of my animations in BASIC too.
Yeah.
Still.
That animation looked really good for gets and puts. It was nice and smooth.
I wonder if I could.
BadDudes.cm3. That sounds cool. Oh, does that say Bad Dude 1? I thought it said Bad Dude.
Yeah. I'll see if I can find CoCoMax 3. I should have it here somewhere. I haven't run that in ages.
You might even have the end scene of Rupert Rhythm on there.
No, I don't. Actually, I'll have a look and see if I've got. I'll just see if I can remember how to start CoCoMax 3.
You have a high-res thing?
I'm about to get it. So yeah, I do have one. I'll just unplug my joystick.
I gotta get that STC Explorer. That looks really nice.
Oh, but didn't the CoCoMax 3 require a special?
You have to have a work disk if you only have 128K. Otherwise, it'll work 512.
I don't know if this is the version that modifies the mouse driver to use a standard Tandy one, because originally it had a specific modified driver.
You got 3.5, which is the one I have, and I have the standard Tandy high-res adapter, and it works. So
Well, I'm about to plug a mouse in and hope for the best.
Is this the one that Eric worked on?
No, his was ColorMax. Yeah.
And he
ColorMax
put out a
and
version of ColorMax that utilizes Nick and Sock's high-res hardware joystick. So.
Yeah, no, that one's good. I prefer that one, but back in the day, I only had this CoCoMax.
Yep.
I remember this one. I scored this when I bought someone else's setup. I think it was Colin North, Nick.
Oh, yeah.
Cole.
And we'll get the damn cables in.
Hey, Jason Downs has been working on a CoCo 2. He says he's got one CoCo 2 board back in its original case, and we'll have its original keyboard as soon as it finishes drying. Wonder if he was at the laundromat with David Ladd.
Well, I assume this is the unmodified version that I'm running. Damn.
It's not working?
No. Unless I've got the wrong joystick port. Hang on.
That might do it.
I just saw the cursor flash there for a second.
Yeah, it's moving, but it's not the version that requires the... actually... okay. I do have a hack I made. I made this years ago. I don't know if you can see it. I wired it up myself, and it's got, if you can see it, a switch that says CoCoMax Tandy.
Yeah.
So I wonder if it still works. I haven't used this in years.
Luckily, something like that's hot swappable, right?
Yeah, that's right. Bloody hell, these jacks are hard to pull out sometimes. Okay, now let's see. As the world waits in
we are all waiting in silent
cue the David Ladd video. Really?
Okay. Now we want CoCoMax mode.
Hey, you're moving. Yay.
Good job.
I should hook this up more permanently. Okay, now after all that, can it load up those CM3 pictures? That was the whole goal of this thing. So we want to go to how do we go to drive 1?
Assign drives.
Assign drive. Pictures is on drive. Ooh, this mouse is funny. Hang on. That one. Okay. Let's see. Load.
This is almost like a GUI.
God, I love that retro line going through the CRT.
Yeah.
Yeah. Title. So I'm opening up title page. Oh yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's the guy. That's the I'll just go. I had done a title page for it. I'll just see.
Hey, I know that guy.
Is that Elegante?
I used to work for him. He used to work at Tandy. He was a New Zealand guy, but he was really big and strong. I thought, can you take your shirt off while I take a picture of you?
I think you want to go to options and scroll page.
Options, is it?
Yeah, David does that all the time. So
show page.
Stevie,
there we go.
I thought you.
No, it's scroll page.
Yeah, scroll page. Down here.
Show page makes more sense than scroll page.
Yeah.
But
there we go. There's the title page to
wow,
my
that's
game.
Good.
So that's him, and that was digitized with my DigiScan digitizer.
wow,
that looks really good.
Honestly, this is one of the most photorealistic things I've ever seen on the CoCo.
It is.
So that's not using any tricks or anything. That's no high color or anything. That's just normal.
Just a
16 colors.
Yeah. So I did the title page. So obviously, and notice to say down the bottom, licensed to Game Point. It was to be sold.
Pete
to
Ellison,
Game.
wasn't it?
Yeah. So that was the idea, because by that time, Game Point were selling Rupert Rhythm and Cosmic Ambush.
And they were also selling Steve Bjork's Z89.
Yeah. And they were also selling my digitizer as well.
Yep, that's where I bought my Rascat.
This was to be a program that they were going to sell, but then, of course, Game Point folded. So
I'm just surprised you didn't superimpose your own head on that.
What are the odds we could put some testicles on that guy?
That requires 2 meg.
We could actually get
that? Oh, font.
Oh, okay. No, they're the fonts.
Some of the panels.
The fonts are, and the bottom is obviously the control panels. So I've got energy, wound score, and there must have been a map. I must have had ideas to navigate a map, so you go around and beat people up or something. I don't know.
Cool.
Wow.
It's awesome.
Wow, I haven't seen this in years.
Wow.
What's bad, dude?
I think I'd rather play this than
that was the animation graphics, yeah. Character graphics, here we go.
So you were actually doing graphics on a CoCo software? Using CoCo software?
Yeah, back then I was, yeah.
Dang it, I missed the bad dude one.
It was the same as the animation you saw
Same
before.
one, just like a different palette.
Damn it.
Different palette.
Yeah, like different color pants, red pants or something like that.
Blonde hair.
William should be also the graphics you saw before, I suspect. Yeah, it was.
Oh, cool. There's a little bit more.
Yeah, there you can tell the briefcase looks more like a briefcase here, too.
Yeah.
You can see it. The palettes are right.
We have a comment on YouTube about this is the most civilized AfterDARK I've seen.
we can fix that.
Hey, Bruce, we're sorry.
So these corridors, like you would get to them and then you could go up to them and then it would flash to a different screen.
You'd go left and right, like your normal double dragon. You'd move left and right, but then you'd find either a doorway or a corridor, and you would go down that corridor or through that doorway, and it would take you to another left and right.
Got it.
Type display. So
kind of like RoboCop tried to do.
Did it?
Yeah.
I can't remember that. Yeah.
Really?
So basically, really.
Really? I start without a gun. Really?
Basically, you would meet some big Islander guy in an alley, and he'd beat the crap out of you.
Well, I can't remember what the goal was. Obviously, there was a goal. You had to get to someone, and
I said to the man, "Are you trying to hurt me?" Because I come from the land of plenty. Assassin.
Yeah, that's him.
Do you remember his name?
No, I don't. I just know he was a New Zealand guy. A Maori.
Maori fella.
He was a Maori.
His name's Bruce, right?
Did you get him to sign the model release?
No. Tell you what, can you imagine walking up to him in a Tandy store? I'd like my free battery card, please.
No,
I have a return.
Maybe his name is Leslie.
But yeah, he was a pretty big hombre.
Cool.
Can you take your shirt off? I want to take some pictures.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
No, I've never seen a CoCo game that had a title screen that was this photorealistic before.
There we are. There's the date too, 1990.
Oh, wow.
It's good enough you'd be able to recognize him.
I mean, it's like, you know, so some games that did this in the arcade were Pit Fighter and like Mortal Kombat, where they actually had actual digitized, motion captured human beings as the sprites, you know?
Yeah. Let's see what we can find with Rupert Rhythm.
Nick's favorite game.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, don't you crap on my favorite game.
Oops.
Hey.
Hang on.
Oh, you guys don't have command history in RS-DOS. I keep forgetting that.
He must have made his favorite game in his favorite operating system, OS 9.
Yeah, right. I'll have this finished before the weekend's out.
Yeah. Hey,
on cartridge.
How are things looking in Mission Control, Ron?
Okay.
Nick and I come from the Oz 9 contingent.
And not
So
Max.
besides all the screens being upside down, what else?
So it was the Rupert, eh? Rupert. Let's see what this.
This game is so glitchy.
Rupert. Wonder what's in the source.
Which one are you talking about, Paul?
Contra. Contra 3.
Okay.
Or Contras, rather.
Yeah, it is a bit glitchy.
I just
There's a
died
brush
and
job.
the dude was floating at the bottom. What makes this game hard is when the frame rate slows down a lot.
Like when the flames come out, the flamethrowers?
Yeah. And that's like the hardest segment in the game. The final boss is a joke, though, but...
Breaks the momentum.
Oops. Did I unmount that?
I never really did much artwork, serious painting pictures, saving pictures on the CoCo. I tooled around with Graphicom a bit, but I never really got into CoCo art and saving files and stuff.
So we want that. And we want CoCo Max.
Oh, what hidden jewels from Sock do you have there?
Oh, I'll have a look. Jeez. Okay, I'll look at
now
that.
You got
after
my interest piqued.
I don't think I've got anything unique, any jewels as such. Nothing that you haven't
I know he's
seen.
got a few little bits that I have from him from years and years ago that I haven't seen on the archive yet, and I haven't had a chance to go through my disc collection to find again yet.
So, Nick, you do have those backed up somewhere. So if anything happens to you, you'll have access to them?
Sorry?
If anything happens to you, will we have access to them?
I've got it backed up many times.
Yeah, put it on a boomerang, throw it to Chad. We'll be good.
Yeah, just leave a note who it goes to, so there won't be.
Yeah, will it to Stevie or something.
Okay, so we want to go to assign drives. Oh, it still is. I must have saved the settings. Okay. Let's see if we can open something up on that Rupert Rhythm disk. One file. Let's see what it looks like.
This game is not glitchy.
Oh.
Oh, it's Sting.
Look at that.
Is that the title page?
Is that the
I don't
same
have that.
dude?
I don't remember.
Yeah. No.
That is the title page on the copy I bought from the Game Point.
Yeah. Yeah. That must be the when you bought it. Yeah, it is. It's Sting. Good pick.
I was gonna say that looks Rupert Rhythm, the music box caper.
Gee, I should modify.
That's weird. Sting was a bass player and he's holding a guitar.
There was another title page as well. That might have been the US release.
Yeah, I can't remember, but I might have. Geez, I'd like to get that version.
I don't remember seeing this screen before. I haven't played Rupert Rhythm very often, but I know we did when we did the Life and Times of Nick Marentes and we were going through your stuff. I don't remember seeing this screen.
His freebie version does not have that title screen. That was on the commercial version that I have.
Okay.
There is a version on YouTube that's been uploaded by Hyper Retro Games or something.
Hi, Retro Game Lord, yeah.
And it's very hard to find on YouTube. It took me forever and a day to find it, but I finally did. And it's got a very different title screen.
Jeez. I don't even remember all this stuff.
Sock.
So this is like a new segment, like we had when we had.
It seems to evolve that way, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm curious now to see what the hell I've got on here. What does it? I wonder if this boots.
Rupert Bass.
Now that I've seen.
Okay, this screen is nowhere near as impressive as the one with Sting on it.
No,
America or Australia, huh? Money for nothing, and your checks for free.
Yeah, that was the preloader on the.
Yeah, it must have been the preloader. Yeah.
Ah.
Okay. Yeah, my bot copy has a Sting picture on it. I don't think it says Super Soft though. I think it's at Game Point. I have to check.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't mind grabbing that if it's available.
Now that CoCo Max program, when you save the picture with the fonts, it's a destructive. It erases the background, right? Like there's no layers like Photoshop or anything like that, right? So where you can move things around and
no layers, no.
Yeah.
You wanted to see the sock folder.
Yes.
Yeah, so this segment is kind of like the new one we came up with, like what's in Ron's beard. Now it's like what's in Nick's disc archives. You know, so.
Yeah, I reckon. Well, I don't think there's anything really. Tracker Y-turn. No, that's about all.
What's Matrix? Oh, that's his little Matrix text.
That's my MTV.
We now bring you to the new segment. Oh, that's where I left it.
What's that smell? Something burning?
Run that two-way scroll, actually. I don't know how many people have seen that. We were just talking about it on Discord.
Where was it? On the
Socks disc.
That one there.
Is this two-layer graphics?
Two-way scroll. Is that the drive-through thing?
No, this is in BASIC too. There's no machine language in this, just to give you a pre-warning.
Excuse me, Nick.
Holy crap.
That's pure BASIC.
You said that you constructed your own high-res joystick adapter?
He's just poking stuff there?
Yep.
And it was quite painful to...
Using the horizontal scroll in both directions. Sorry, go ahead.
Plug and unplug.
Sorry?
That it was quite painful to plug and unplug that?
Well, I hadn't plugged it in for such a while, so I don't know, maybe a bit of corrosion on the jacks.
Yeah, possibly. I actually had a friend, I think I mentioned it on a previous episode, it was an electronics whiz. He had his, in high school, he basically invented a self-flushing toilet. Which ran off a 555 timer chip. And he was a mad genius inventor. And I actually got him to create a 6-way joystick coupling port so I didn't have to keep plugging and unplugging everything.
Right.
And it was awesome. It all went with my CoCo gear.
That's a short little program.
Actually,
there.
yeah, this here could be a short machine language. Is there a poke?
Line 80 is the critical one because those colons actually make the timing specific enough to split the screen in half before you switch the horizontal scroll register to go the other direction.
Okay, I was wondering how he did that. He puts in interpreter delays, basically, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
And exactly timed right to do the screen right in half in both directions.
Of course it does.
He's such a perfectionist.
I mean,
but he had like the Matrix demo there. That's the one that does the Matrix, the dissolving letters as they go down thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, any idiot could have figured that out.
Absolutely. It's not a big deal at all.
There it is.
Look at that.
It's kind of blown out on Nick's screen, but it actually does the brighter and darker greens as it goes too.
Yeah, there's brighter colors here, but you can't see it good on the camera. And does anyone aware of the only full-blown program that Sockmaster has actually written?
Mouse Maze was a adventure game. Yeah, it's on my website.
Yeah.
Graphic adventure game.
The beauty is this is a CoCo 2. This is 1 and 2. This is not a CoCo 3 program. And he's created his own text fonts and hang on, I'll just see if I think it's still loading. Yeah. So I can actually hit break. Or somewhere I could. I remember you could break out and your machine permanently stays in that
yeah,
font.
like he's just hijacked the whole screen.
But yeah, basically he's yeah.
Whoa!
But yeah, it's a graphic text adventure.
Wow!
By Stockmaster.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So I think he did this in the late 80s.
86 he did.
86.
Yeah, he did had it on his BBS as a download.
Yeah.
And is this still?
Why are we only discovering this now?
It's on my website.
Is it really?
The download might even be there. I know the game itself entry is.
Wow. Yeah, I've never seen or heard
Go to
of
his
that
demos.
before.
Is it just a standard 3 or does he have more in there?
Okay, let's have a look. Just the standard ones by the looks of it.
What's that third from the bottom? I can't quite read that.
M Patrol demo, Moon Patrol.
Oh, right. That was the one where he was using the multi-plane scrolling.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's cool.
That is cool. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, this is 4-layer graphics.
Absolutely.
He found the mode. He found the mode.
He tapped into unknown.
Yeah.
4-layer.
What's Master do for a day job?
Once the games match my favorite burrito and we have the 7-layer graphics.
Or something.
Oh, so he's a rocket scientist. Oh, okay.
We now bring you to 50 Shades of CoCo.
Oh, try Triballs. Is that
Try
I like
balls.
the Remy demo.
Is that the Von Cato bouncing ball demo?
No.
It might be Chet Simpson's demo.
Try balls.
Picture
Sounds like
disc
something
one.
he'd say.
He could make a whole game on that.
Try balls. Testes. 1, 2, 3.
I'm pretty sure it was Chet's demo.
Sorry?
I'm pretty sure that one was Chet's demo. I'm positive I had that one.
I'm just wondering what the hell I run to make it go.
Display or try balls?
Probably the base program because HR 1 through 4 is the partial block saves.
Yeah, let's go 1 to 3 and see what they look like. Oh, there's your try balls.
That looks like quad balls to me.
Yeah.
Or quad balls, rather, yeah.
And this is one where he's using a palette more than 16 colors too.
Oh, this is the high
Yeah,
color one.
yeah, you can't see it, but it's flickering a bit.
We can see a wave.
Yeah, no, it looks good though. That looks almost like photorealistic from this perspective here.
I wonder
Yeah.
what the others are.
Speaking of waving, we're just driving past Nick's house. Everybody give Nick a wave.
Hey.
Hey, that wasn't a wave. That was a middle finger.
Oh, that was at the car next to me.
Try balls.
Broken.
Let's see what number the bounce 2 is all about.
I think it's a bouncing ray trace we've seen before.
Oh, yeah.
Or
yeah.
no?
It's another ray traced image.
Yeah, the same
That looks nice.
angle and 2 less balls.
Yeah, Chet Simpson's new nickname is Sackmaster.
Sackmaster. He was on the call. He's still on the call right now. I see his name on the screen. Sackmaster.
Sag.
the amazing SAG race.
There's your
This is
tri-balls.
tri-balls right here.
Finally, the tri-balls.
Tri-balls, you might like them.
I was trying to.
You say that to all the ladies.
That's one of Stevie's famous pickup lines, actually.
Tri-balls.
What happens to CoCo after Dark stays at CoCo.
And with hundreds of our closest friends.
Graphics.
Ported
Ray
by-
trace.
Oh, okay.
Sackmaster.
This isn't the one with
Sackmaster.
Steve Bjork's head. I thought.
Oh,
it
is
was
it?
for a second.
No, is it?
I don't
I don't
think
think
it
it
is.
is. No.
No, it's this
Okay.
one.
That looks good. You got the reflections going off in different places. Yeah. That's cool.
That's the one I meant.
Yeah, that's good. You got like reflections within reflections within reflections. It's just you got the opaque ball, you got the stationary one, you got the moving one with something behind it. It's yeah.
I wonder if he's just flipping through
Yeah, he is.
screens.
I think he is, yeah.
He is, yeah.
He's just he's like rendering it in POV ray or something like that.
It still looks cool. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, who cares?
It's the Remy demo. Is that the 3D one? That
Yeah, they're those 3D ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And Alan
with the-
DeCocky's got his bouncing ball demo, I assume, in there with music in the background that flickers a bit.
I don't think I've ever seen this one.
Okay, let's the bin or the bass?
The bin. The bass is if you want to add the text in the bottom to what you wanted to say.
I don't know which one is this.
Alan
Alan
DeCock's
DeCock.
basketball demo. Can you hear the music?
Yeah. Yeah. And I still, for the life of me, I don't know why a bouncing ball became a benchmark. I know it was on the Amiga, but I just I'll never understand why this was significant.
It was just something that threw together, and nobody had seen anything like it, and then everybody had to prove they could do it.
Yeah.
There's a short at Comdex or something, and then everybody started copying it.
Yeah.
This was 1985, don't forget.
Yeah, they literally were working on that in the hotel room, if I remember right, trying to
Even
fix some stuff.
prior to these kind of demos coming out, me and the people that I hung out with, we talked about doing 3D graphics, but the computers were just too slow at the time to do any sort of stuff like that. So when people actually, the hardware actually got to the point where people could fake it, because there's a lot of faking going on there, but still, kind of, dragged us closer to 3D, and then 3D hardware came in and made it a lot easier to do 3D.
Ooh, what do we got here?
How come you do the How come you do the 3 Amigos when you reset?
Oh, neat.
Yeah, that emulates the SID chip in the Commodore 64.
And this is Remy?
Yeah.
Remy.
Yeah. Simon Jonathan talks about this guy. I think they're trying to pull him out of retirement to get him back into helping them with their projects.
Well, he's been kind of active in their Desire group.
Okay.
But I don't think Simon's really pulled them back into CoCo yet.
Oh, okay.
Scale and Sprite were pretty impressive too.
Talked to him a couple times, but
well, Scale and Sprite. Sprite is the one that was kind of like a Mario World thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Scale was the one where you drag that Wario and stretch in real time with the joystick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see if it. Actually, the actual SID program is, I think, on here.
So
Yeah,
they
there
have
it is.
it has the.
Wow.
So
How do they do it?
It's got a skin.
Scale coming right up.
Yeah, that's the Wario stretcher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got your joystick plugged in, Nick?
No, I got the high res one. It wants the analog joystick.
Yeah. And you can stretch and do it in real time.
Look at that.
I've got to find the.
Goes pretty quick.
No self-modifying code in there. I guarantee it.
Yeah, right. I've got to find which one of these cords is my joystick now. Hang on, I'll just plug the mouse in. The mouse is already here. Okay.
Wow, yeah, look at that. Look how quickly that adjusts on the fly.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Less than 2 megahertz.
Well, considering the first bouncing ball demo I ever typed into my CoCo was a color basic program which uses set and reset command, and you basically could set the gravity
left and right arrow, Nick.
Different planet.
I'm hitting him, but nothing's.
Or is it joystick left, right? I can't remember now.
Might be
joystick or keyboard.
There we go. Maybe you can't go left.
Look how smooth that is.
And this is kind of what Chet's working on, is something like this right now.
This is like Dynasprite on steroids right now.
Hey, Curtis, do you know if he's like tiling off to the right as he scrolls in, or is this just one big image?
No, he's basically, you do a wraparound scroll, like you enable the 256 byte wide mode, and then you draw the initial screen, and then you start drawing and shifting it over, and it wraps around. So you have to just draw the leading edge vertically in each frame.
Yeah, okay. I was thinking it was done that way.
Very smooth.
But I don't know if you could use the vertical offset and the HVen and just go over one large bitmap that was in memory.
I think you can, because I think that's what Chet's doing, and I'm pretty sure that's what PackDude 3D Monster Maze does too. The source code for PackDude is actually on my site if you want to grab it. Take a look.
This one's cool. The joystick's used for like your like your up and down, left and right looking.
Yeah, because you can change your angle of view here as well as move.
And I think you use the arrow keys for the other movement. Yeah, this is cool because this is what I wanted to do for the second level of Buff Commando when you get into the vents, because you sneak into the factory through the vents.
Neat.
And do it in 3D like this, and have some objects as well.
Yeah,
pick
I mean, this is really smooth.
Yeah, and he also doesn't have the fisheye lens distortion that Sox, Gloom, and Nick's Gatecrasher has.
Yeah, you can't see it really well on this video from the camera, but it kind of draws some lines in at the top, like just
it's a bit of a
before the
choppiness
frame ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you could fix that with. Yeah, it is really quick.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could fix that by delaying the VSync a little longer or what, but
it looks so smooth though.
Yeah, it's really cool. He has a textured one that runs at like 2 frames per second or something.
Yeah, it's 3 or 4, I think it is, yeah.
It's really slow, but it's really cool.
Yeah, I actually asked him when he wrote it, because I said, how about if you disabled the ceiling and floor textures, like Wolfenstein did originally, just do the walls, and he says they only gained a couple frames.
Yeah, and with like with the floor and the ceiling, all you got to do is just just have.
But I'm trying to I don't know enough about 3D graphics, but doesn't that scaling for the textures involve a lot of multiplies? Like, is it matrix multiplication to do that?
I would imagine it's probably tables.
In Wolfenstein Chief, it's not true 3D, so I don't think it requires too much computation.
I was just wondering if having a 6309 with some better multiplication commands might work.
I mean, honestly, this isn't terrible.
No, this is full
not
screen.
for a color computer at all.
I mean, if you did it like Wolfenstein, where you make it the size of a postage stamp for a 286, I mean, it probably would beat the 286.
Well, you could probably lower the resolution of these textures and get some improvements.
Well, if he was doing it as a game, you could have a part of the bottom of the screen being the scores, so the actual 3D could be a smaller area, and it would still look full screen then.
Yeah. No,
well, and
this
the
looks good.
The floor and the ceiling being textured like that too. You said he's only going to save a couple of frames taking that out. and have
That's
them
what he said when
solid.
he did it, because I think he had simpler textures on the floor and the ceiling on this.
Seems crazy to me. Yeah, I mean, Wolfenstein 3D just used a ray casting technique. I don't know if that's what's happening here, but
I think it is. But Wolfenstein, if you ever tried playing on 286, you had to shrink the screen, and it shrunk both vertically and horizontally. So you got this little postage stamp in the middle to get any speed out of it, like a 10 meters.
yeah. Oh man, Wolfenstein 3D was such a good game, though. So groundbreaking, really
Absolutely.
was. Kind of set the tone for games for the future, you know.
Yeah.
It was one of the first games where you were deliberately killing other human beings, because it took us beyond, like, you know, shooting aliens and things like that. We're killing people, but they got away with it by making them Nazis. Like, nobody's going to have a problem if we killed Nazis.
Oh yeah, you know what? I never even.
They're Nazis. They're Nazis.
And you're killing dogs in the game. It's
Yeah, but they're German dogs. They're Nazi dogs. So, you know.
the first 3D game I played.
What is this from?
Dynasprite. This is Dynasprite demo. Yeah.
Who made this?
Richard.
Richard, yeah.
Yeah, he's in Discord all the time.
Last name.
What's his name in Discord?
Gord. Yeah, starts with a G.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Oh, that's pretty fast.
This is the sprite library, etc. Is his utility library that you can download for free and use in your own stuff.
This is just like and he's got like standard.
These are game libraries or a game engine, but I don't know of anyone who's actually used it to make anything with it, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's apparently working on a game with it though.
Is he? Oh, good.
Simon
It's
always
super smooth.
explains to me that we can't do anything that's like plug and play standard. It's got to be custom made every time, and because we won't get it fast enough. But I mean, this is really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, he's got like sprite collision detection and background music and all kinds of stuff in here.
I think we could get a Temple of Rom 2 out of this.
Yeah, there you go.
It's cool.
Welcome to Nick's Archives.
Yeah, it seems to be.
Yeah.
He had some more stuff in that demo too, doesn't he? Not just that, or did he have?
I think
Was that the 6309 one you did?
Yeah.
But if you run his demo, I think he had more than just that.
Dang it.
One thing, didn't he? I'm trying to remember now. I haven't read it in a while.
He's got all these DAT files here, so I don't know what. Well, there's a README, so we can always read it.
Need to read me.
When all else fails.
Just type it out.
Let's see. Well, yeah, his name Richard Godekin or whatever it's called.
Godekin or whatever it's called.
This is a graphics.
Marionettes or whatever it's called.
Yeah, marionettes. Marentes.
Oh, I guess it actually has keyboard and joystick controls built in too.
Mm-hmm.
He said this is demo 2, so I'm sure he had another demo, but maybe it's not on this disc.
Seems extremely optimized.
There's
320 by 216 color graphics, double buffering, frame rate,
voice
smooth
sound
animation, 2 voice sound effects,
keyboard, joystick.
Orchestra 90 support.
That'd be cool having stereo.
You get a soundbite of David Ladd going, "Really?"
Hey.
Don't tempt me, Stevie. I can put that in a game somewhere.
Written in OS 9.
OS 9, ease of use.
I had to actually read the screen to realize you were joking. All right. I'm over here playing a video game and just listening, so I had to.
Really? Don't forget, kids, try balls. Nyland.
Really?
Really?
Who wants to see Tandy's Christmas dinner?
Oh, yeah, please. This has got, how many layers does this one have?
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty, compared to what we just saw, it's not that impressive.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit...
Taking us back, huh?
Nyland's pretty good.
Oh, it's the
And
Tandy Christmas demo.
This is a CoCo 2 demo.
Actually, it was originally the Dragon, wasn't it?
Or Dragon, yeah, you're
I
right.
think it got ported to the, or not ported, but it came over to the CoCo afterwards.
I think we have to load part 1, then load part 2, and then exec. I didn't load it in right. Okay, hang on. So Nylon again. Yeah, we'll just do that. There's something funny in the way you had to run it. So you had to load M part 1.
It's like all the broken DICOM ones where you had to load part 1 and then exec it and it would move it into the upper
Did I
32K.
exec it first? I can't remember if I
think so, but I can't remember for sure.
There we go. Yeah.
So
There's
they
a
can move it
person
into
I'd
the
like to
32K.
join our community on Facebook is Dave Dias.
What was that?
So there's a person I'd like to see join our Facebook community, Dave Dias.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
I have never seen this before.
Yeah. Only a CoCo 1 and 2 required.
What is this running in? Is this semi-graphics?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably had to hit RGB to get the right colors first, Nick.
Yeah.
This looks like something from a modern day cartoon.
So, yeah, the proper colors, because it's for a CoCo 2, should be...
That was a Christmas demo?
No, that was 9Cat. It's a Japanimation or something. I can't even remember what it is.
So
there's versions of that for like other computers too, plus a YouTube video you can watch.
The ironic thing about that video, if you listen to it, it's actually not Nyan Cat. It's actually, the cat is actually saying meow, if you listen closely. So it's actually Meow Cat.
Okay. That's the right colors.
Yeah, the rainbow coming out of his butt.
And what graphics mode is this in?
Semi-graphics 8 or something.
Looks like a piece of toast with a cat on it.
Yeah, right? It's definitely interesting. I've seen this as like a GIF online and stuff. I've just never known what it was.
Yeah, YouTube's got versions of it on other computers that actually have the same soundtrack.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever done the bad apple for the CoCo?
Yeah, well, Ed Snyder has.
There's a video on my Ron's Garage.
Of Bad Apple?
Yeah.
And what's the significance of that? Why is that like a thing now, like a bouncing ball where everybody's got to have that?
It's like a black and white animation, and
it's smooth.
It's kind of like
and there's music.
a demo, to show off the capabilities of that particular machine. But it's a basic black and white animation. It's really good animation.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Did you see the
Ooh, what is this?
Xeneon.
Xeneon.
Is this a
by
demo?
Dicom, but not Dave Dies. It was by somebody else.
Yeah, I'm going to need a joystick for this. So.
Oh, yeah, I remember this game.
Nick Marentes says it's a cat on a Pop-Tart.
That's right. It is a Pop-Tart. That's right.
That's right.
Dicom Products presents. Oh, this was like the Xenix one, but it wasn't using hardware scrolls, right?
Yeah, that's right.
It's all software.
Yeah, I remember seeing this. Yeah.
This game's all right.
Oh, geez, it's a bit loud. Hang on.
There's no Pop-Tart here. I mean, it's missing the whole Pop-Tart and the rainbow fart. So.
And the SG graphics.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
So, Chad, this is another Australian programmer.
Oh, yeah? Good eye. Why isn't he firing boomerangs then?
The color scheme's a little weird on this one, but
I think it's
He picked a four-color mode.
Yeah.
He picked a four-color mode just to cut down the amount of graphics he had to move.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
It's a Vegemite smear in the background.
He obviously didn't know about stack blasting or anything to make it faster. But yeah, it still looks pretty good.
What is the basic concept behind stack blasting? I hear a lot about it, but I don't know what it is exactly.
The 6809 has the unique, like a lot of 8-bit CPUs, you could push stuff on the stack, obviously, but you can only do one register at a time, so it just was fairly slow. On the 6809, you can specify up to 8 registers at once to be pushed in one instruction, and then it takes 5 cycles plus 1 cycle per byte you're pushing or pulling. So you can do like a 6-byte store in 11 cycles, which is way faster than you can do with an actual store command. So it's called blasting because you're blasting bursts of bytes on the screen or wherever else in memory if you're copying memory much faster than you can any other way.
It also works because the DC register can be pointed anywhere in your 64K. So you can just point it someplace and then push and pull stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have 2 stack registers. If you set your data up correctly, you can actually pull from one chunk and push to another. Or you can just use 609 and TFM it.
Tonight on Nick's Archives.
I reckon
Yeah.
that's about all I got.
That's a wrap.
Part of the show.
Yeah. When we're done playing What's in Ron's Beard, we can say What's in Nick's floppy collection. So.
All right, I'm putting Timberman on the screen.
Do it.
Oh, there we go. There's your color palette.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that blue shirt.
I changed the buttons too because I kept like when you die, you see how it's on the middle.
Yeah,
that used to be the X.
And where it would,
if you're still clicking away there, you'd accidentally click right out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I changed that on this version too. So, wow. Anyway.
Neat.
Now you can see it in action. Blood splattering on the tree.
There's bloody axe. Looks like his side is hurt.
No, I think he just got done murdering some innocent teenagers.
That was just some spray.
Splatter. Yeah, that's a really cool look to it. Just the the kind of darkening of the shades there gives it a whole new feel,
Yeah. And it didn't really mess with the title screen too much, so.
No, not really. You saw that contrast of the yellow and the dark background. So. Who the hell's the hazmat guy? That's a new guy too?
No, he's been on in the original lineup.
Oh, okay. I guess I haven't seen him.
Haven't got that far.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's taking a little step back.
What is he, like scuba? Is it a scuba dude or what?
No, he's a hazmat suit.
It's a hazmat suit. Okay.
That's one of the original character sets in the iPhone.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it was maybe to be meant to be Ron going in his garage after a long time.
There's Simon at the keyboard, huh? That's the madman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Simon with the CoCo 3 chopping the tree down.
That's cool.
I haven't unlocked myself in this one because I haven't gotten high enough. Got to be a high enough score. Let me say it that way. 375. So, yeah. Anyway, that I was showing you the hazmat guy because he's the only one that really messes with the character button right there. Like it changes the colors, look really weird there. That wasn't what I wanted to do either. And then Lizzie Borden, or wife, as I liked her forever.
That's great.
That one kind of messes it a little bit, but not too bad. So anyway,
Lizzie Borden,
the color change in action there for you.
Yeah, that's neat. On VCC, no less too.
I was playing Contras earlier, but it got way too glitchy. I had to stop.
Yeah, I should try playing it on real hardware with real joystick because when I did it, I think I did it on VCC with an Xbox controller. So
I was trying to get to the final stage to show you guys the final boss, but I didn't even make it past level 3.
We got to see the Popstar Pilot playthrough. So yeah, I've never seen Zone 5, so that was kind of cool.
Stevie, have you seen any of the bosses in Xenix?
No, negative.
Because I actually have a game paused here on VCC that actually got to the first one. If you want to see.
Oh,
cool. Share screen.
Are you guys like streaming games? That's so geeky.
People have lives.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, look at that guy.
Well, and you can't hear it, but there's like
four voice music or whatever in the
Yeah,
background.
four voice music in the background is ridiculous.
And this is one that the source code was released for. So
Yeah,
Steve, you can take a look and know exactly how to do this.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think it comes with my built-in keyboard hammering sounds, though.
I think he could give me the source code. His secret would still be safe with me because it's going to be over my head for damn
All you
sure.
gotta do is just go in there and compile some different sprites and just
then it's your game.
use the same engine. You'd be like, hey, this is
Look at
Cosmic Aliens.
The explosions are great.
Yeah, it's a lot like this is just. I think it's just like Galaga in a lot of ways.
Yeah, it's got all the different power-ups, too, that you pick up, like extra points, extra fuel, three-way shot.
Be nice to have the spaceship capture. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
But whatever.
That's really
he
good.
made this one before Crystal.
You know, it's like when you see something like this, it's like as much as I want to learn and just do my own thing, I almost look at something like this and be like, well, why should I even start? I'm never going to be able to do this, you know?
That's bullshit, though. You will be able to.
Yeah.
Down the road.
Yeah.
You might be 90 by the time you get there, but
yeah, and we'd be the average age of the latest Tandy assembly.
It's not as bad. It's not as bad as it seems. You just have
What level am I at?
Yeah.
What level?
It's coloring. It's drawing green lines on Curtis's screen too.
Yeah, right.
Must
Have
be some
you
sort
have you guys seen my teeth? I've left my teeth somewhere.
They're probably next to your CoCo, dear.
Yes. Tandy assembly now with 40% more poly grip.
I don't think I'll be making it to the next boss.
Now Curtis has red and yellow lines on his.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
It's weird,
That's a
man.
feature.
I don't know what
That's
that's all
I'm so good I can doodle at the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
I've got Coco Max running in the background. This is an OS9 game now, see? So now I've got Coco Max and drawing on the top while I'm playing the game.
Running in ROM cartridge.
There we go. Look at that one. I drew a
Look
bum
at
on the
that.
screen.
What the hell is it with VCC and the scribbles,
Bro,
man?
that one's drawing some pair of tits.
Yeah, this is looking.
It does. It got nipples on them and everything.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. Figure out how to erase it.
Definitely gotten after dark, that's for sure.
Yeah, we definitely lost the family-friendly tag on this one.
And gone. No more movies.
God, it was a quick flash. The puppies have been put away.
So weird how that happened.
It's me. Hang on, I'll just mute my.
I think it's all gone now. I think somebody's doing that. I don't know who.
I think I gave that away earlier when I said, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Oh, it is somebody doing it. I gotcha.
Is that the Zoom feature?
Oh, Zoom lets you do SketchUp on it?
Must be.
Do it again, David.
There you go.
That's a big gun coming from that mothership.
That's a boss. That's what she said.
It almost looks like tri-balls.
Jeez.
Well, for this, we're not going to get an adult tag. We're going to get a juvenile tag.
Juvenile.
Yeah, I swear to God, I thought that was like a glitch in VCC because it happened to
So
both
did
you
I.
guys.
Yeah, I did
It
too.
was like happening. It was on the screen,
And instead, it was just Dave being a literal dick.
Yeah. It was a self-portrait he put up there.
He kind of went
Although-
with noodles.
Stevie.
Yeah, images on
There's the
screen.
second boss.
Yeah, the image on screen are actually larger than the real thing. So,
Especially in David Ladd's case.
Oh, thanks.
yeah, that is Dragonfly. Yeah, that's cool looking.
Shit.
That's a quote from a movie. Short, shriveled, and hanging to the left.
Yes.
Yeah, I got you up to the second
Congratulations.
level anyway. So.
That's cool.
I like how
looking at the graphics files that Jeremy uploaded to GitHub, I don't think there was any other bosses besides those.
I'm pretty sure I hit a third one at some point. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. I haven't got that far in a while.
That's neat. No, I don't think I've ever seen a boss in that game. So
Yeah, it's a monkey holding a guitar upside down.
I like how when Curtis had the power up there and it had the 3 guns going, how it had a nice little spread going to it versus just the bullets went straight.
Yeah, the ultimate gun you can get in that is you get a 3 spread, and then you also get the red one, and then you get 3 red bullets, and the red bullets will kill anything in one shot instead of some taking 2 or 3 or 4 shots to kill.
Wow.
I like how they kind of spread out in a kind of a V pattern versus just going straight up.
Yeah,
Nice.
And
I'm trying to remember. There's like the green. Okay, white is extra fuel. Yellow gives you spread. Red gives you this super strong bullets, and then blue and yellow I think are different point bonuses or something. I can't remember.
They don't give you near enough fuel in that game. That's all I know.
All right. Well, guys, I think we need to wrap this up relatively soon because I got to get up at like 5:30 in the morning. I got another competition thing with my daughter tomorrow. Oh, it's getting past my bedtime. Excuse me.
Why would you ever want to stop?
Ooh, I don't want to, but I do need to wake up. That's the only thing that's got me going there. What are we looking at here now with Nick? Yeah.
Nick's got some sort of audio digitizer
Looks
up.
like Alcars.
What do we got going on there, Nick?
Okay, I've unmuted. This was another one. I found another program that I was doing and never finished. This was a sound sampler program. So the idea is you could sample sound by feeding it into the joystick ports. And it sort of does work. It uses the high-res mouse. See the pointer? So it's using the high-res one. And the idea is that you sample a sound. It shows you on the VU meter here the waveform, and then you I don't know, I can't remember now, but you can display it here, and this is the where in memory it stores the waveforms, the play rate up here, the record rate, and there your function. So I never did finish it. No, this is assembler, machine language, yeah.
Have you got anything loaded that's already been digitized that we could hear?
I think so. I'll hit load and see if it crashes. No, nothing happens. I can try record. No. If I click in the scope, it does show, it does come up, but I don't know. And now I don't know how to exit that. You can see it's trying to read the joystick ports, but it's not getting anything. So it's sitting there. And I don't know how to exit that point. But that was the GUI for the sampler program, which I call NoiseWorks.
NoiseWorks. Neat. The hidden gems and Nick Marentes.
Yeah. So I found another one. And I think I even found another one again. God, it's a treasure chest of crap.
This one is quad balls or
quint balls.
Quint balls. Okay.
If I can, no, that's NoiseWorks.
No,
Octo balls.
That's it. Percussion something synthesizer. Do I run the demo? Let's try it. Now this is a CoCo 1 and 2 program. Obviously, I don't run that.
I think that's a file for it.
Yeah, it had PPS extension, not bass. So.
PPS.
Yeah, you're right. So I'll just run the bass.
PPS.
Homie.
PPS. When was this done? 85.
Oh, this is old.
This is old, yeah.
This is pre-CoCo 3.
This is pre-CoCo 3, and it probably...
Actually, I think you showed me this once before. You did find it once before, years ago.
Yeah, I know.
Because you still had Fun Division. I remember that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Fun Division, yeah.
That's your old Model 1 label.
It is, yeah. I wonder if I... Okay. With this one, you drew on the screen the actual waveforms and the ADSR. I don't know if I have anything already. I think it wants a standard joystick. Hang on. I'll just
try loading that demo.
Oh, here we go. It's even got a mouse. Look at that, eh? 85 with a mouse.
Nice.
Let's see and load there. Load from tape or disc.
Oh, that's old.
Drive 0. Stuffed if I know. What was it
Demo.
called? Demo. Press any key when ready.
Wow.
It's the same. All right.
It looks the same to me. Let's
Yeah.
hit play and see what the hell comes out. Because down here is where you put all your notes in your a drum sequence. But I don't see anything. Oh, there is something playing.
You have to turn it up, but we can't hear it.
Sounds like
Okay,
a woodpecker.
Yeah, it was only a little short bit I was mucking around with.
Put some subs on that thing.
I don't know why I can't. Oh, here's the editor. Do you like my cursor?
Oh, you got a Space Invader on the screen. Yeah.
What was there? Commands? I can't remember.
Ease of use.
See, you do
Shall
single.
we
single
play a
key.
game?
You set the ADSR. You pick an ADSR. There you go. Sweep. I bet you it's S. Sweep 1. So I've got no idea what I'm doing here.
Well, that makes they got 10 other people on the call that had that same feeling.
Yeah, we didn't know what they were doing either.
I thought the cursor was really cool.
Yeah.
None of us wrote this 30 years ago, or 33 years ago.
30, yeah, it's over 30 years ago.
That's older than some of our viewers.
Yeah, right?
Anyway,
Maybe.
that's as far as I. Oh yeah, break gets you out, brings you back to that. I assume. Erase program. Look at that. Ease of use.
Ease of use. You got a graphical user interface.
Yeah. Back in '85, eh?
Yeah.
Nothing disappeared.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that's the last of the
Hidden gems.
The hidden gems. Neat. Neat.
The
neat,
Nicholas
neat.
Marentes archive.
Yeah.
That's right.
The real one.
The failures.
No, just the uncompleted projects.
Yes.
Well, I changed my decision, my mind.
The
Well,
stuff I
I-
couldn't
but-
be bothered to fix.
I mean, interesting though. Everything you've shown us looked very well realized. It wasn't even like a prototype. It was almost like, you wrote a program. You've shown us artwork you've done. You've shown us, things that are well beyond just a proof of concept. It was almost more like, I made an editor. I just didn't bother to create any files.
Well, the advantages of not having a life.
Yeah, because I think most of us would have gotten as far as digitizing a picture of Sting for a splash screen, and that's as far as we would have gotten.
Yeah, that's neat. That's neat.
Yeah, I must look at that. Getting the Sting picture on Rupert Rhythm.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll have no problem with that.
In the game.
Yeah.
I might have a DMK
I
version.
want my MTV.
Yeah, if you find it, send it to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can still find it or not.
Well, we've had a good live turnout, so I'm just going to go back and look through the people. Rob Inman has been here, Jason Downs, Mark Overholzer has been in the live chat, Perry Dewick. I don't know if Paul Fiscarelli was in the live chat, Perry. Jordan
So
Maverick, is
how many
that...
people did we get watching?
I think I got up to 18 at one point in time or something like that.
Oh.
The Jordan Maverick, is that Ian's son? That's the...
I assume so, yeah.
Yeah. Scott Haley was here. Carl Doherty.
Chet's there too. I didn't see
Chet,
that.
yeah. Mark Overholzer. Perry. Mark. Jordan. Nick Marota. Rob Inman. Nick Marota. Blake Hughes was in Facebook. Hey, Blake. Jason Downs. Mark Overholzer. Rob Inman. Mark Overholzer. Rob Inman. We're all over the place. Mark Overholzer. Yeah, so... Yeah, for all of you who were watching us live, thanks for being here. Yeah, this show took a lot of unexpected turns, but it was all kind of cool. We got to see the end of Pop Star. We got to see some of Nick's hidden gems, you know, all kinds of stuff.
That sounds rude.
Yeah.
His ass, he did.
Yeah, we didn't say family jewels, so we just said.
Some of the sketching was rude.
Yes, yes. So, before we wrap up this episode, do we have any parting thoughts, words of wisdom, things we want to leave people with before we go? Diego, anything?
You know, for a short time we were in Australia.
Yeah. L. Curtis Boyle, anything you want to leave us with?
The only thing I need to leave with is, I guess, we need to disable David's overdrawing skill thing.
Yeah, right. Mark Overholzer in Mission Control. Yeah. Ron Delvaux in Mission Control.
Yeah.
You good? Anything you want to? Okay.
This was fun. I enjoyed being upside down.
Yeah. Brian Weisler, anything you want to leave us with?
I guess to kind of steal someone else's little saying there, you know, do you got a CoCo yet? Do you got your TRS-80 assembly language program? So.
There you go. Have you got your Barden book yet, right? Yes.
So, just started thumbing through that. I kind of acquired one of those recently here, so I've been kind of looking through it here and just trying to...
Absorb.
Absorb. That'd be a good way of putting it. Yep.
Excellent. Now we'll get to Mark Overholzer, our resident Apple guy.
Yeah, that was very cool. I hope Nick bequeaths all his archives to somebody. So.
Yes. And John Lowry, first time with us on the program. How was it for you?
It was great. Hey,
Yeah.
am I a resident Apple guy too? Seeing as I'm employed by Apple.
Ah. Okay, well, we won't hold that against you. All right.
Depends. Are you on the Mac side or the iOS side?
Both, basically. I kind of deal with both.
Nick Marentes, Hidden Gems. Thank you for sharing, Nick. It was interesting to see all kinds of...
that should be the title of the episode.
Nick Marentes, Hidden Gems.
Or subtitled, The Man's Got Balls.
Yeah. Eric Canales, looking all sparkly today.
Yeah, well, I think the show's better with David's art, so I think we should let him keep it.
Let the art stay. All right. We got one vote for letting the art stay. All right. David Ladd, our artist in training tonight.
The stick figures are what gave it away. But...
Words of wisdom, David?
Everybody, be kind to everybody else.
You don't draw on people's stuff like David did.
Can't we all get along?
Yes, and Mr. Paul Fiscarelli, Paul Thayer, Timberman, popper of pilots.
I've been thinking about parting words the whole time you've been asking everybody else, and I don't have any.
All right, well, I'll give you a minute. We're going to play the outro music here. We're going to play our really cool, jazzy, freaking late night TV show theme outro music, and then we'll be back. So we'll give you a minute or two to think about that. All right, here we go. Which now I have to share my sound, right? And of course, what's taking this thing so long? All right. This concludes another episode of CoCoTALK After Dark. Try balls, you might like them. On the program tonight, David Ladd and his artwork. Nick Marentes' Hidden Gems. L. Curtis Boyle showed us what a boss looks like. Ron Delvaux keeping the planet Earth safe and mission control. 100% stakeholder of the switcheroo inventory of You're a Great Diego is with us tonight. Brian Weisler, Mark D. Overholzer, John Lowry, Paul Thayer. I've been your host, Grant Leighty, and we are back. There we go. And yes, you had plenty of time, Paul. Words of wisdom.
Get your Barden book.
Get your Barden book today. That's right. All right, guys. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. This concludes another CoCoTALK episode 2 in one day. For those of you who need to binge listen to things, we've given you multiple hours of crap to listen to at this point. So May your ears bleed in the very near future as you replay this on your drive somewhere. All right, guys. Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night,
everyone.
All right. Wow. Wow. Rob Inman says Nick Marentes opened his drawers for us tonight and showed us what he's been hiding.
Oh, that certainly opens things wide open.
Yes, it does. All right, I'm pressing the button, Frank. Good night, everybody.
Night.